chance to have a chat with my good friend Ryan, who's had a ton of run-ins with the paranormal. A lot of stuff here, so we're going to be breaking it down into two parts. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah. We used to go to Mammoth Mountain quite a bit back in the days of about mid-90s. And, we'd go out there and we got there pretty late. We'd leave here in the afternoon and get out there early morning or whatever. And so it was one of those times we drove out there, me, my two friends, and this time, actually my three friends. And this time we had my friend's daughters in the back of the car. This time we're driving up there, gonna hang out. So we're driving up there. Done a drive a bunch of times before. And there's this little, I want to say it's a lake. I don't think it's even big enough to be called a lake. But on the 395 highway, man, it must have been 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, something like that. And we're on the 395, and it was snowing, or there was snow had fallen, so all the mountains were covered with white. Snow had fallen because the mountains were white, and it was a moon. It was a pretty good sized moon, so it let a lot of light out, and the mountains were really trippy. They looked like a white tiger stripe. It was really, really trippy looking. How it looked. But I was out in the mountains. The mountains were kind of far from the road, Up here, up on the road, it wasn't really icy. It might have been icy, but it wasn't like snowy. But the mountains were snowy. You know what I mean? Kind of when you're driving up, you see like San Bernardino mountains. They're like snowy.
Right. All those peaks up there.
Something similar to that. But we're, down at the base of these guys. The mountains are, I don't know how many miles away from the road. Pretty far though. Anyways. So we're coming around this bend, around this like little water lake, little bigger than a pond. I want to say it's quite a lake. I guess it could be a lake. As we're going around, goes kind of around the lake like that. And on this particular night, we were quite far from it. We could see the lake clearly though, and there was a big rectangular black, flat black, and just like a hole was cut out of the cement, out of the seam, And I noticed that there was like a little white up around one of the corners, like a white section. It was pretty far away, so we're trying to figure out what it was, because we're driving, we could see it, and we're trying to come around the bend, what is it? And it looked like a billboard. It was big. It looked like just something kind of hovering up in the air, like a billboard, But we're like, well, could it be a billboard? Who else is gonna put a billboard next to a freaking lake so far away from the road or whatever, right? And I think my friend, we were just trying to throw a bunch of ideas around. My friend Tim was like, it's a cow, I think because of the white square that it had, or the white little, corner piece it had.
Looked like a cow?
I think he might have, or he was trying to figure it out what the fuck it was, And it's a cow. Like, dude, ain't no goddamn cow. It's about as big as a house, you know what I mean?
But this shit's floating over the lake.
Yeah, it's just stationary. It's just like at the riverbank. It's like at the edge of the lake. It's not over the lake and like over the water. It's at the edge.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if he thought that was like a cow drinking water or something. We're kind of like making fun of it and what is it? We didn't think it was a UFO or much less it was gonna fucking move or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was pretty far away. It was actually really far away, miles away, I would say. And so we're just kind of going around this bend, and it seemed to me that when we got like parallel to it, like we got kind of like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And this thing just shot from where it was at to like a few feet away from us. It's like next thing you know, it was there. You know what I mean? It wasn't like or no sound, no exhaust, no flames, no nothing. It was right here. And we were going about a good 100 miles an hour. We'd always open it up up on those roads, trying to get up there as fast as possible, And pretty lonely road. You see a highway patrol every now and then.
They don't give a fuck up there.
And man, I think it matched our speed. And because it just seemed like it wasn't moving. And everything in the back was moving, and everything in front of it was moving. But it just seemed like it wasn't moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like from here to the fence probably, bro.
So we're talking, what, like 20 feet?
Yeah, maybe more. 25 feet,
Fuck.
10 yards maybe.
I know you spent a lot of time like in the airfields out here in like Brownsfield and shit. You've seen a lot of fucking aircraft. I mean, does it compare to like the F-16s and shit that take off?
No, because it was just a big rectangle. And I couldn't see any type of markings or it just looked like a one-dimensional black square, dude. There was no depth to it. There was nothing on it. It was just like this black emptiness. You know what I mean?
So it's not even a physical thing that you're looking at.
I don't know what the fuck it was, dude. It was black. It was just black as fuck. And it didn't have like bend. You couldn't see any like depth to it, like the contours in it, like if it was a type of, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was just this big black fucking rectangle the size of it was huge. At least like the size of my house right now.
So black emptiness.
Yeah,
we're
it was hauling ass.
Kind of referring to.
And I can't remember seeing that whiteness up at the corner when it came up upon us like I did when I saw it from far away. From far away, I distinctly saw that one of the corners had like, it was like it was white.
Okay. So it had like an actual outline that you could see.
Yeah, like everything was black, but that particular corner was white.
The fuck?
But when maybe because of all the commotion when it was on us, I can't remember like looking at it and recalling that white part in the corner. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was something, man, and we were like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" You know, and I'm kind of looking like, to see everyone's expressions, and they're just like kind of like, and my buddy Tim in the back, he starts fucking flipping out. And he starts screaming, man. He's like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck, Top of his lungs. He was actually like standing up in the back seat. We're in like this big old Oldsmobile. Old 80s Oldsmobile my buddy had. So he was in the back seat and he was standing, like, crouched down, standing. What the? Screaming his ass off. And my friend Jeff, he was driving, his daughter's in the back, so he got kind of like, I know we were all freaking out.
Right.
So he was like, shut the fuck up, man,
Trying to fucking drive.
And so it was kind of like a little commotion for a quick second, and it was like, I looked around real quick, and the train was freaking out, so I was like, it was kind of chaotic, and as I looked, it was just like, it was gone. Right in front of my fucking eyes, it was gone, dude. Couldn't tell you where it went.
We're talking a good couple minutes of...
Could have been several seconds.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Could have been several seconds, dude. It could have been several seconds. I wouldn't say it was a minute. You know what I mean? But it was a good, like, it kept with us for like a good hot second. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, oh shit, you guys seen this? You guys seen this? You know what I mean? And everyone was like, and kind of like a shock, and then Tim's flipping out, and it's like, oh shit, and then fucking he starts yelling and all that. As I look back, it's just like, it's there and it's not.
Yeah, but see, the thing that trips me out the most is how you're saying that it wasn't even really like a material as much as it was just an absence of space.
That's what it seemed like. Okay? Like, I don't think it... I felt that it was a government vehicle. I felt. Something told me that's not an alien ship.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just some high-tech, high-level shit.
High-tech, high-level shit, dude. I thought I could be totally fucking wrong. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I had the feeling that there was a human or something piloting that fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like this feeling I got. And but I could be totally fucking wrong, dude. I have no fucking idea, to be honest with you, what the fuck I saw. It was black. It was black as the night. It was flat black. There wasn't no shine to it. I couldn't see any contours in it. I couldn't see any lines on it, like where it was just where
it's like actually absorbing all the light.
Yeah. It was like no reflection at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was whatever that thing was. That thing was fucking moving, and This happened fucking 94 maybe? A couple years back. I'm going to find the article because I sent it to Tim. And someone had saw it, supposedly, in an airplane.
Interesting.
Flying
Similar thing.
Fucking big black rectangle, dude. I shot to Tim, trip on this shit. And he never got back to me. This is the first, when we got together at the other party, it was the first time I've heard Tim like openly speak about that shit.
Since 94?
So it's like, well, you know, we might have, amongst ourselves, we've had our conversations, and we might have told it a few times, but really,
he wasn't talking about it.
He wasn't really talking about it much, man. Nobody wanted to say nothing all the way up to Mammoth. You know, I kept on, man, you guys saw that shit, right? You guys fucking saw that shit, right? No, it was something else, man. We got shook. I wanted to make sure everybody saw it, you know. And 3 out of 4 of us said we saw it. Jeff, the driver, was like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck. And we're like, fuck you, Jeff. You saw it too, motherfucker. I didn't see shit. I didn't see shit. You motherfuckers are high. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. All the way up there, dude, to the rest of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
When we got there, when we settled in, he's like, man, what the fuck was that shit?
All right.
So he was scared, man. He was fucking scared on the road. All the way up there, dude. You know? And here's the thing. 3 of us are tripping on acid.
Of course.
It wasn't like our first trip. We were pretty well seasoned acid trippers, you know what I mean? Jeff, on the other hand, was not. So to me, it was important that he had saw it too, because it was like, okay, I know I saw this shit. I know I've been frying this shit. But you know, I know that I've seen this shit. I know that I've seen hallucinations.
Right.
That seemed pretty real, but I knew it was the acid. But this motherfucker was something totally different.
Of course.
And, but Jeff was not, you know. So that was my confirmation. Like, fuck, dude, you really saw a UFO, man.
Fuck.
You know, you really saw a UFO. It's amazing what you see when you look up, bro.
So much shit up there.
We spend a lot of fucking time looking down, and now with all this technology and phones and all this shit they have in your face, man, but you just take a little bit of time to look up, you start seeing shit, bro. That was my first, I believe, UFO experience. My first one.
Back in 94.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing anything else that I could describe as a ship as before that. It was weird, dude. It's like it moved so fast you couldn't see it move. Like it was just there. Like we didn't see it streak across the miles of space in between us. We didn't see it get to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like it was way the fuck over there 1 minute. Next thing you know, it was right up on us, dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then next thing you know, it's gone.
It kind of chose where it wanted to be.
I couldn't tell you where the fuck it went up or sideways or you know what I mean?
And you mentioned having a feeling that it was being driven by someone human. What made you feel that way?
It's just a feeling I got. Like something.
So it didn't feel like it was out of this world. It didn't feel like...
No.
Because you've had experiences where you felt shit that's out of this world.
Yeah.
Felt different than this.
But I just had this feeling like something was telling me, man, there's a human piloting that motherfucker.
Right.
You know, either remotely or riding in it. You know? But, yeah, they must have got a kick out of scaring the fucking shit out of us, dude. I think that, okay, like, what the fuck else technology they had on there, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what else? Did they scan our car? Did they follow us? Did they keep tabs on us? Like, what the fuck? Or they just came by, they fucking came right up on us. They saw us before we saw them, probably.
Oh, 100%.
And they were watching us. They're probably hearing us. I don't know what the fuck. How deep does it go? You know what I mean? Because they were like, bam. They could do a lot. It's crazy. Fuck yeah, dude. They're way so far advanced. Well, they gotta be.
Damn,
they gotta be.
We've had decades now of these experiences.
Yeah. They've been going on for a while.
What else has made an impact?
It's kind of like accumulation of everything that kind of got me thinking and like got me thinking, you know, what's it all about? You know, what's it really all about? Why the big secrecy? Why the big cover-ups? Why so much effort to suppress any little bit of metaphysical or anything that people are gonna you know, the minute you try to like break out of this human form in any way, shape, or form, there's like a million naysayers that are gonna try to fucking debunk you or call you, ridicule you, or call you an idiot, or call you, make other people think that you're a fucking loon. When, man, it's fucking happening to shitloads of people all around the world on a daily basis. They're having experiences, they're seeing things, they're encountering things, they're having spiritual movements, you know, and there's like this massive campaign just to fucking ridicule anybody who says, hey, I've had this happen to me.
Of course.
You know, I've had this fucking experience. Well, you're an idiot, you're fucking high, you're fucking this, you're fucking that, and it's not. So what's the big fucking deal, man? What's it really behind? What are they fucking holding us back from? Once you say, hey, well, I did it while I was on drugs,
it's over.
All of a sudden your credibility goes out the fucking window.
Of course.
Because there's no way that you could be a fucking normal fucking person and realize what's real and what's not when you're on drugs. God forbid. It's the same stuff all over the planet.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like, it becomes really maniacal and sick that we've been programmed to believe that all this shit is all hocus pocus.
Right.
You know, as a society, we could be bettering ourselves in fucking so many ways, dude. You know, if all these things were just like accepted and like we're like, okay, look, this is the norm now. We're interacting with other fucking beings. There's beings coming from other galaxies or other fucking places in our galaxy to, you know what I mean? And okay, yeah, we do have these like supernatural powers that aren't really supernatural, just part of being human, and in tune with those abilities that everybody has. We might be different from person to person, but everybody has some type of abilities, man.
Right.
And so it's like it's like just this campaign from when you're a kid. All this is make believe. People are psychics. People are empaths. People are freaking could see the damn future in their dreams. They can see the past. They could freaking do all kinds of shit, man. You got people with superhuman power, strengths. People that could do, you know, things with their minds. You know, all kinds of shit, man. You know what I mean? Tesla that, you know, tapped into the freaking ether or whatever. When all these things, you know, these are things that all of us should be practicing and doing and sharpening our skill. But we're told that don't waste your time on it because it's all a bunch of hocus pocus.
Right.
So when I've seen all these things, and it just makes me question a lot, like, what the fuck is really going on, man? You know, what's really going on with our planet?
Right.
And with our, like, what's it really all about? You know, are we spirit? Are we just these animals that are walking around? Or is it, you know, is there life after death? You know, it's just all these things, man. All these things. It makes you question everything. You know, even the religion itself makes you question everything. So I can't say that one topic really made me like say, whoa, man, what's the, you know, this is the point of where I've decided to, you know, look more into it. It's just a combination of all, so much shit that a few days after my grandma passes away, I was like about 10 years old. And I think I was around 10, more or less. 11, maybe 12, somewhere in there. Anyways, she passes away, you know, funeral, the whole nine. And we're in the family house down in Rosarito. You know, everyone's there, you know, still doing, you know, how we do. And right. I crashed out pretty early that night, and I went to sleep in the room. It was like one room kind of divided in two, and my grandma's bed was over here, and then my aunt slept over here, you know. And I'm laying on my side, and I'm trying to roll over, and I feel two hands holding my back, pushing my back. And I'm, you know, I try to roll over, and I'm being held, and so I wake up. And I turn around to see who's haunting my little cousin, somebody put him, you know, probably fell asleep too, put him in bed with me, whatever. You know, anyways, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I see a ghost. A white, glowing, translucent being. Okay?
Okay.
I couldn't see hands or nothing like that, or a face, but it was just like this silhouette, like a white glowing silhouette.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And as I saw it, like I startled it, and it pushed off me and it went to my bed, into the bed, and sunk into the bed and disappeared.
So as it pushed you, it falls in the bed and just dips out.
You know what I mean? And, yeah. And that, I think, man, that was not the first experience that was not the first experience I've had of seeing. And I felt very calm and at peace, so I didn't even wake up. I fell right back to sleep. About 2 days later, I hear everybody talking about my grandma and this and that, and I say, yeah, I saw her. You know,
you guys need anything?
No.
Okay.
And you know, and that was just like, oh wow, really having to tell us, oh, you know, I wasn't really too sure about what I saw. You know, I want to make sure that I had to process it. You know.
Of course, man. That's that's heavy shit.
Yeah. I think the first time I ever seen anything weird, really trippy, dude, was maybe, I would say, around 7 or 8 years old, down in Rosarito, same house, playing in the backyard, over the ocean. Like, we lived like about a block away from the ocean, and like over the west towards the ocean, there was like an infinity sign in the sky, but it was like made up of all sorts of colors of the rainbow, dude. And it was like a whole bunch of infinity signs all swirling together like this, right? All colorful, all, yeah.
Right.
And above that infinity sign, you know that fish they show, like Jesus depicted of a fish, you know that fish?
Right, the in-ring.
Right, the fish, you know? Well, there was, that fish was above the infinity sign, but it was kind of like arched a little bit, you know? And a little bit of a slight arch.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm tripping out. We used to play with fireworks a lot in Rosarito as kids. My uncle had a curio shop.
Oh, of course,
so we'd go down there and get box loads. You know,
Amades, palomitas,
everything, all that. So for me, I'm thinking, wow, that's some freaking really elaborate ass firework that someone got off. You know, so I'm looking at it for a minute, and it's just like hovering in the sky right there, dude. And I'm like, whoa, man, what the fuck is this? You know? So I run in, and my tia Teresa is watching me. I'm like, tia Tere, you know. And then by the time she got out there, you couldn't see like the fish or the infinity really no more, but the colors were still there. But they're all blurred.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so right away I drew it for her. You know what I mean? I never knew it was the infinity until like, I think I was like 30 years old, and one of my friends broke it down. I was like, telling him the story, and I drew it on the paper the same way.
Right.
He's like, hey man, you know that's the infinity sign? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. He's like, yeah, man. So he's like, you know what I mean?
Right, it's that ebb and flow.
Right.
Never
stopping. And it was like all the colors would just blend into another one. And it was all the colors of the rainbow, dude. You know? So this one looked like he was jumping out of you know, kind of a little slight arch to it, you know? So, but I would say that was the first thing that was like out of the ordinary that I saw. My grandpa said that he saw a UFO in Sinaloa driving home from work. Flew over his car, shut his car off. You know, it was a disc with a bunch of lights, you know, going in a circle. And like,
I'm a story about cars, electronics and shit. It's like dying for a minute while it flies by you, and then it goes away and your shit just turns on.
Yeah, so it happened. Yeah, it's an old Impala. He had an old 63, 64 4-door down in Sinaloa, Culiacan. That happened to him. So they would, you know, I would always hear those stories. Oh yeah, well, your grandpa, you know, he saw one, you know, and this and that. So I was like, so it's been kind of like a lot of things that I know that I've seen and I've experienced. So it's like, okay, I'm past the point of I know these things are there. What these things are, I really don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, shadow people, you know, I've dealt with, you know, that guy that was not too friendly. I think I told you last time when we were here, you know.
Tell us a bit about that, because I've had a lot of people say that shadow people or things that resemble shadow beings are just kind of jokery jesters that can't really fuck with you. I've had other people like yourself
King David
tell me
said,
that they can fucking destroy
King
you.
David said, although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. And I believe that guy that I tinkered with was the shadow of death, because I believe that wherever he was trying to take me to, if he would have got me out of the house I think I would have died.
Okay,
They would have found my body. Oh, Ryan died in his sleep.
All right, so
You had a cardiac arrest.
backtrack.
Okay,
So you're having experiences where you're in a house.
I'm having experiences where I fall into a sleep paralysis, and this would always happen as I was conscious.
Okay.
I would lay down, I would fall asleep. When it first started happening, I didn't know what it was going on. I wouldn't recognize it. People would say that it was an OBE, outer body experience.
Right.
And but I didn't know what was happening. I would get ready to fall asleep, and I felt like I would get stuck in between sleep and awake, or awake and sleep. I'd be right in the middle somewhere. I would never get to sleep. My conscious would stay awake. My body would be stuck.
Right.
And in that episode, the room would get really cold, or I would feel the sensation of getting very cold. My body would get very cold. And then this shadow guy would just appear on the wall, dude. He would just appear, big shadow, man. I don't think he had any clothes on. I could see all his dang muscles,
Damn, so you saw this fucking ripped figure.
Ripped figure, bald-headed.
Okay. Damn, it was so detailed. You could see his rippedness in his muscles.
You could see his muscles. You couldn't see his face or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But you could see the outline of his curvatures. And he would grab me and want to take me out of whatever. If I was sleeping in my bedroom, he'd try to take me out the window.
He'd pull your ass out?
He would try to pull me out, push me out.
You'd feel it.
Dude, physically. I mean, whatever.
So if he was
realm
pulling
I was
your
in,
ass out of trying to pick you up out of the window, you felt your physical being picked up out of the window.
Yeah, I mean, my body was in the damn bed.
Of course, but your spirit or
But
whatever.
my spirit or whatever was getting pushed out.
Huh.
And I would see myself sleeping just the exact same way.
And it was always the same fucking muscular asshole.
Same dude.
How many times would he say it happened?
For years.
Oh shit, okay.
For years. I would say about 5 years.
Fuck.
More or less.
What age?
17, 16 to 21, 22.
Really, dude? Is this a constant?
Constant. Regularly.
How many times a week?
More than I would like, dude.
So, a handful?
More than I would like. A handful, yeah.
At least twice a week?
At least twice a week. And it got to the point that full-blown experiences, dude.
Damn, bro.
Full-blown experiences where the people I was hanging out with were having these experiences.
Okay, wait, hold on. So it got to the point where people were having the same shit?
Same shit. This guy was coming to them in their sleep. A lot of times when I was spending at their house, we get fucked up, drunk, drinking or whatever, getting high, smoke out, you smoke, stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, all stoned, whatever the fuck,
of course,
or
drink,
drink,
bullshitting.
And then,
what we live for.
But you know what? The days when they would have the experience, I would not have any experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't. And a lot of times, man, I remember my friend Jeff told me to leave. Man, you can't be here no man. You can't stay here no more, man. You can't stay here no more. What the fuck, Jeff? Man, that fucking shit you're going through I'm going through it now, and you know what? It's something to do with you. And fuck that. You can't spend the night no more.
Right.
So this went on and on and on and on and on and on. This is way before I was doing dope and all that crazy shit. Way before those fucking days. But
so this was still sober.
This is pretty much sober, dude.
This child,
smoking weed and maybe drinking too many 40s. But
you're a kid, you're drinking, smoking, but nothing.
No hard drugs at all.
There was still no sleep deprivation.
No,
there was still
no, none of that shit.
Fucking
none of that shit.
10 grams of mushrooms.
Just a normal high school kid, fucking little rowdy.
Of course,
a little rowdy kid, fucking going through some wild out shit. Now, as time went by, and I still started to experiment with other things like methamphetamines and that, and then I did get a little stuck on methamphetamines for a while, and so I started having deep deprivation, all these other fucking things. These became even more intense.
This was all within that 5 year.
Yeah, right. Time.
Okay.
And then things were starting to spill into when I was awake.
Fuck that.
And I would get I I would wake up in the morning, dude, and I would fucking feel like, oh man, today's the day I'm gonna die. I don't know how I'm gonna die. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I don't know if I'm gonna get hit by a goddamn car going out to my car. Impending doom.
It's coming.
And I would see skulls in like the trees. I would see a skull or a skeleton in the way my curtain was hanging off my window. It was folded just right. The light hit it just right. I would see all these...
like Santa Muerte imagery?
Yes, in a sense. But without all the...
Right.
You know, but just the image
face.
of death, upon me. Everywhere. I couldn't see something without seeing some form of death. I was convinced I was going to fucking die. At the same time, this guy was tormenting the shit out of me at an all-time peak, I would say, when I was from like 20 to 22.
Fuck.
It was like really trying to get me.
At this point, was there a bit more of sleep deprivation? Was there anything
definitely. My whole, like, a lot of my habits changed, not for the better.
Right,
I mean?
right. Some destructiveness, man.
Some destructiveness. And so I started to question, like, damn, am I losing my fucking mind? Am I going goddamn crazy? What the fuck is going on here? Got this fucking guy fucking with me. You know, now people are saying that they're experiencing the same fucking thing.
Fuck that.
You know, I feel like I'm gonna fucking die.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, just all around bad.
Yeah, I'm seeing death. You know, the face of death every fucking where. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm thinking, dude, am I losing my goddamn fucking noodle? You know what I mean? And I was going through this for like a while. Like, dude, I'm losing my fucking mind. And then, you know, one starts to play kind of tricks with your mind. I guess try to test your sanity in a sense. You know, doing like weird shit. But then that kind of like starts playing on your mind because now you're trying to trick your own damn mind. You know what I'm saying? It becomes really fucking... Like you start doing some serious psychological damage because you're trying to test to see how crazy you fucking are mentally, or if you're trying to figure out if you really are crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like you're playing mind tricks on yourself.
Do you get to the point where you're like testing shit?
Yeah, I'm testing shit.
Like what kind of things? Like
I'm testing things. I'm seeing how far I could tap into other people's psyche. I'm trying to see if I could control people's dreams while I'm awake, or at least influence their dreams while they're sleeping.
So at this point, you're trying to bend reality.
I'm trying to bend reality a bit. My reality is getting really fucking twisted.
Of course.
So I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Okay, how deep does this rabbit hole go? You know, I'm feeling psychic connections with people. You know.
When you say that, are you reading minds? Are you
not really reading minds, but just
feeling feelings?
Feeling feelings and like almost feeling like I could instill feelings into people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I could inject a certain emotion into you.
Right. Feel that
at the right time. At the right time, when we're bonding in a certain way. Like you know.
You're able to recognize when you're able to drop those ideas and make them manifest within someone.
Right, and that's not a lot of times. I didn't do it too many times because it got really weird. But when they were sleeping mostly.
It's that moment where one goes from consciousness to
unconsciousness. In between right there's a very fine line where it's like you're in the middle. And there's a name for it. I've read about it before.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that's when we're the most vulnerable. That's why you're supposed to do your prayers before bed so that you can be covered when you go through that bridge.
When you go through that bridge, huh?
Fucking
that's like when the veil's thin, man.
3:30ish.
I've experienced things, you know, not me personally, 3:33, but like in my children sleeping, where like they'll all start going through like nightmares at 3:33.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, like all of them. They'll be like all like, you know?
Spooky, bro.
Yeah, like, and then the other one will start, and the other one will start like, what the fuck? And my little sister started. I'm like, oh shit. That's what I'm saying. Why not just fucking let us be fucking what we are, man? I'm giving a fuck about their fucking bullshit government, their fucking bullshit fucking ideologies, and their bullshit shit that they... But these same son of a bitches that fucking tell us that is not fucking real are the ones that are the biggest practitioners of this shit, but in the dark ways.
100%. They're the ones that are using...
But these motherfuckers are going to tell you that you know, that you're full of shit. It's like what the fuck? And I get it, you know, It's like on the whole,
right.
They got to have everybody thinking the same way to feed the machine.
Yeah.
You know, and then the rest of us that are thinking outside the box, we're the fucking loons, and we're the fucking. But like where the fuck are the good people at, man? Like we're Is there no good people in there pulling strings? Like, where the fuck? I mean, like, what the fuck happened to the good people? Where the fuck are the good people at? Why the fuck is there so many 6 billion of us on the goddamn or whatever billion on the planet? There's not enough of us to change this fucking bullshit around, dude.
It's insane, right?
It's insane. It's insanity. It's like you're in fucking Bizarro world. You don't remember Bizarro from Superman? It was like the opposite Superman.
Of course, bro.
He was all fucked
Russia
up. He was all fucked
and...
up looking, and he lived on Bizarro world that was like square instead of round. We're in Bizarro world, dude. Nowadays they put you in prison for 3 months, and then the fucking president gives you clemency and they let you out.
And then you gotta work for him.
Yeah, but you know, it's like the things that you're taught as a child that the boogeyman ain't real and the fucking there's no such thing as fucking ghosts and this and that. The shit that I've seen and witnessed, I still doubt myself sometimes. Like,
of course,
man, you know what I mean? Like the shit's it's like in school. It's like the first things you fucking learn. You know what I mean? And we and all the other kids overimpose the fucking system. You know what I mean? And you're ridiculed if you think outside the box. When I was a kid, 5th grade. No, I'm sorry, kindergarten. I was about 5, 6 years old. We went to go see the zoo on a field trip.
Right.
And we started with the elephants, I believe.
Of course.
We got on a double-decker bus. We did the whole tour, yada, yada, yada. We know we have a little lunch at the petting zoo. And we ended up... Okay, and there's the thing I can't remember. If we started off at the elephant enclosure and we did the video... I think it's... Now I think about it, I think that's the way it was. We started the elephant enclosure. They took us to the back of the elephant, you know, with all the behind the scenes. They set up one of those old school projectors, you know, with the 2 big reels. Kindergarten, so this is like 1980. And they're telling us about the way the zoo works, and they started going off on the elephants and on the history of elephants and all this stuff, and you know, the mechanics of the zoo and the zookeepers and the elephant keepers and all shit. And they're going into the history of elephants and all stuff, and they show a picture of a woolly mammoth, the descendants of the woolly mammoth. And in that, when I saw that picture on that screen, man, I see woolly mammoths in books. I don't really know what they were. I don't know what they were called. But when I saw that one blown up on the screen, it was pretty big, you know, big picture of a mammoth. I had this memory, man. I had this memory like it was fucking yesterday. Of a woolly mammoth standing on 2 hind legs.
Right.
Going, motherfucker, dog, tall that damn fucking apartment building right there.
Right.
And I remember some bushes, like, not really dense, kind of scraggly, up along the sides. And I remember seeing spears alongside of me. Okay? And I said, man, what are those called again? Oh, it's a woolly mammoth. I said, man, I seen those, dude.
Right.
I seen one, man, a long time ago when I was a little kid. Goddamn kindergarten, man.
Yeah,
but that's how the memory was to me. It was like when I was a little kid.
But it was as clear as fucking
day,
going to
dude.
McDonald's.
I could hear the
2
son
days
of a
before.
bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Huh.
So one of these guys like, dude, you never saw one before, bro. You know, we actually wouldn't talk like that in the 80s, but you know, we didn't see one like that, bro.
Right.
You couldn't have. They'd been extinct for like 1 million years already.
Of course.
You know? I'm like, nah, man, they're not extinct, dude. I seen one. I seen one with my own eyes. I seen one when I was a little kid, a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know? And you're an idiot. You know? Well, I got so upset. I started raising my hand. I started making a fuss and this and that. And hey, you got any questions? Yeah, hey. I saw one of those a long time ago when I was a little kid. Well, there's no way you seen one, sir, because, you know, young gentlemen, because they've been extinct for 1 million years.
Right.
You know?
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot, you know? And everyone's laughing, bro, and I'm getting pissed. I mean, total, like, movie scenario where the teacher told me to sit down.
Right.
You know?
But you're convinced.
I was always the class clown. I was always getting in trouble for talking. I was that kid.
Of course.
I was that kid. Always trying to cut up in class. I was always getting in trouble. Always going to the principal's office. Always getting fucking, it was a mess, dude. So, you know, I was like, hey, man, I seen one. You're not going to tell me I haven't seen one. I seen one a long time ago, man. I'm telling you, when I was a little kid, I seen one. And, you know, I never saw one according to the general consensus was that I'm out of my goddamn mind.
According to your timeline
Right.
on this earth.
And it never occurred to me, about reincarnation because, you know, in the religion, you're taught that the reincarnation is not true.
Right.
But later on, it hits me, dude. Shit. I know I saw it. I fucking know I saw it, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I saw spears next to me. My conclusion as an adult was that we were hunting this son of a bitch. Obviously, we had spears. Probably backed him up. And we're gonna ace his ass.
Of course.
Maybe he aced me. Maybe the last time, maybe he squashed me. That dude was like this. And I didn't see nobody in front of me, but I seen spears behind me on the sides, dude. Maybe he's... You know? Man, so that was a life flipper for me. That when I was about 30 something, early 30s, and that I call it a flip. Because that when it hit me, boom, reincarnation, bam, boom, bam, it flipped my whole fucking thinking. Our souls belong to us, and we don't share souls.
Okay, so you think the soul itself is like
it's a personal thing.
The definition of a person.
Right, of course.
So it goes beyond the psychological ego, and it's more of a like ethereal essence that has a serial number that...
No. I think it's a personalized thing that the ego... It's the mind. It's like the mind, you know, outside of the body. To me, that's what the soul is. It's the energy.
Gotcha. So,
you know what I mean?
Like in the situations where you were saying earlier, where you're like going out of your body and seeing...
I mean, you still have ego. You still have all these hang-ups. It's still you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you were even saying earlier, but if that thing was to be taken, then your physical body can't keep going.
No.
So
it's like
the life force of sorts.
It's like the life force to me. That's what I think it is, you know, like... But then, you know, well, if you leave your body, how is your body still alive? The link is broke, you know? Either the body gets destroyed,
right,
and the body itself dies, or the other way around. I mean, the body can survive without the soul.
That makes
like,
sense.
You know,
and the other can't without...
And you know, the vehicle gets destroyed, the soul leaves that.
Of course.
And, you know, I think we are in a cycle. I think it's like I want to say a trap almost. You know,
like some sort of illusion.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion for sure. I believe it's an illusion. It's a very beautiful illusion.
It's nice.
You keep coming back, until like you change enough not to come back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. I've heard that thrown around a lot.
You know, and I don't believe in the whole that we're mini gods or none of that stuff, man. I guess that's we're not gods. We're not gods. We might have the essence of God within us. We might have, you know, that type of thing inside of us.
The abilities, maybe.
You know, but we're the created. We're the created. We're not the creator.
Right.
And if you're looking at like steps from like where we are from the creator, we're probably pretty damn far.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think it's like we gotta like level up. You know, as we keep coming to these things, into these realities, you know.
So do you see each life as an opportunity to make the choices necessary?
Right, to better your spirit is what I see. As life, you have decisions, you have choices, you have
you know, like
lifestyles choices.
Right.
You have all this, you know, you want to be a killer, you want to be a bad person, you want to be a good person. We all have that choice to do it. You know?
Right.
I, for one, was a bad person for a while. You know. That's where I wanted to be. You know, I wanted to be the tough guy, the drug dealer and the fucking gangster and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and I've grown out of that ideology. You know, through my experiences, I've been able to be like, you know what, fuck all this, and focus more on, okay, I need to focus I need to feed my spirit through loving things. You know, because at first I was feeling just trying to satisfy my body, or like my ego, I guess you would say.
Right.
You know, by trying to pursue these things that I thought was desirable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But after giving it a whirl a few times, I decided, hey, that's not really what I'm looking for in this life. It doesn't bring any satisfaction to me. But what does satisfy me, and what is helping me grow as an individual inside, is doing things out of love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, so living with loving thoughts and committing loving actions.
Right. And it's a motherfucker too. Because
Well,
you get mad
easy.
at somebody, man. What's your first fucking thing that you want?
Kill
I'm
that
gonna kill that
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yep.
God damn, you fucking got me. I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch.
Yeah,
That's the
motherfucker
first
owes
thing,
me money.
That's the first thing we go to, right?
I don't even think about collecting my money. I think about breaking his fucking
You know,
legs.
I want to hurt him. I want to do that. I want to do it. So, you know, it's always that battle in all of us. But it's always that choice. We always have choices throughout the day, man. You know, we have choices.
Right.
And, you know, you look at, okay, well, what's this choice going to bring? Is it going to bring good or is it going to be bad? Is it going to bring bad? Is it going to bring good to this guy? Or is it going to bring bad? You know, does he deserve bad? Does he deserve good? Does he, and all kinds of variables. Am I the one to implement this fucking thing? Am I the judge, jury, and executioner?
Right.
You know what I mean? Is that my part to play? No, it's not my part to play. You know what I mean? I don't think we get to the top.
You don't think we ever get there?
I think when we get to the top, you don't come back no more.
Okay. In what regard? Like.
I think that when you get to the top, you'll be vibrating at such a level that you can't even be in this reality.
Can't come back to it.
No. Because the way I look at it, you know, this. What do we got here, man? If you live to be 100, you're a lucky son of a bitch. I mean, for the most part, we're checking out 70s, 80s, 90s. They're all like, oh man, he lived 90 something years old. You know, that's a drop in the bucket, man.
Yeah.
You know, we could come back. We could do 1,000 years, man. It'd be a fucking drop in the bucket. You know, so I think that if we learn how to nourish our soul, if we learn how to elevate our soul, that when this body fails, or you decide to check out, or you elevate out, or however it is that you leave this timeline.
Do you think it can ever be a choice?
Sure.
I'm trying to make it a choice.
Sure, but I think you have to have the tools to back yourself up. I think you got to have the wisdom up here, and I think you got to have the heart in here on the choices that you've done, the things that you've made, the impacts you've made on people's lives, negative or positive. Hopefully they're more positive. Hopefully if you did negative, you could fix those things.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think, like, as we come back, because, you know, I think it's like every time you come back, it's like a new slate, man. You know, you might be rewarded the next time around. You might have a little better life than you had before because you did people right, or learn on a higher level and feed your soul even more. So you know what I'm saying? Like, just become a better person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just become a better person inside. Like really understand like what it is to be this.
Yeah, whatever this experience
You know,
is.
what do we say? What do we say? It's mind, body, and spirit, right?
That's the Holy Trinity.
You know? So it's like the body's gonna take you so far.
Yeah.
You know, the mind is gonna take you so far. But the spirit's forever. The spirit's forever. The mind is also forever. But the mind could be your enemy sometimes, man, because you want to overthink things.
Oh,
You want to put things into, you know, the brain. It's like the brain. Oh man, the mind's a motherfucker sometimes, man. Sometimes you gotta like not let the mind lead you, but let your spirit lead you.
It's a
You know what I mean?
beautiful thing that we have, but I do agree.
You know what I mean? You know, it could play some tricks on you, man. You know. So I think if we feed our spirit,
Hold on.
I think everything else will follow. You know what I'm saying, dog? I think like if we elevate, like, if we elevate our, you know what I'm saying? And eventually, I think like the goal is to go back to the source. You know?
Right.
Well, we ain't coming back here no more, dog. You know? And who's to say that we're stuck to this fucking planet? It's nutty.